So today was one of the nurses that I work with. It was their last day working with me. They went on to find another job, moving up the corporate ladder. Moving up the corporate ladder is something that in nursing you do have the ability to do. Sometimes you may need a BSN to do so, or even further, an MSN or an NP. But it is there is the ability to move up the corporate ladder. You can move up to, charge nurse, program director, nursing director, and so on and so forth. And this is something that I really don't want to do. I do not want to move up the corporate ladder. I do not want that responsibility. I am very happy taking care of the patients that I take care of and then being done with work for the day. Now I know I have charting and things of that nature, which do take time. Not every day, but some days I may leave a little late due to charting or an incident or something like that. But most of the time I leave pretty much on time, as long as all my charting and stuff is done. If I were to have a corporate nurse job, if I were to be the man, if I were to be, the nurse to go to, the charge nurse, the head nurse, the program nurse, whatever the title being is, I may not get to leave on time. I may not get to call it quits at quitting time, if you will. I am just happy being worker bee. I don't want to be queen bee. No, sir. Not this cat. I don't see a problem with staying where you are. I've worked with nurses who have had the same job for more years than I've been on this earth. I've worked with a lady that had the same job since somewhere around 1984. So 30 plus years she's had that same job. She has since gone on. She's retired, actually. Maybe not retired, but slowed down, I'll say. But from most of the 1980s, all of the 90s, all of the 2000s, and most of the 2010s, she had that job. And I really don't mind being just like that nurse and having that same job. My family is fed, all of my bills are paid, and I'm content. I am just happy doing what I am doing. There's no need for me, in my mind, to move up the corporate ladder. There are people that say, you have to further your education to move up. You have to, get promotions, do this and that and the other. If you want to, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's also fine. And you should be happy with what you have. If I wasn't happy with what I had, I would probably try to move up. I did so from going from a CNA to the position I'm in as a nurse now. That was a move up. I did have to further my education, but since becoming a nurse, I don't want to further any more education. I'm done. I don't want to do any more than what I've done so far at this point in time of life. But that may change, and if it does, that is also okay. So, why not become a corporate nurse? Why not become the man, the charge nurse, Well, when things get tight around the facilities, what I've come to know is people start getting gone. Now, every now and then, it'll reach all the way to the bottom. But when there's times that the fat needs to be trimmed, it starts from not the tippity top, because that CEO, they typically stay, but a little bit underneath them, you start seeing nurses that are charge nurses or directors either start having to work more hours, or maybe they're going to start going away. I don't want that. I like my job. I like where I'm at. I like to keep working my job. I don't want to lose my job for circumstances that aren't in my control. If I lose my job, I would rather it be something that I did. I don't want to lose my job, though. Let's get that straight. I do not want to lose my job. But I would rather it be for something that I could have controlled, not for something that I could not control. And therefore, moving up doesn't sound like a good thing to me. Some people it does, some people it don't. I'm just happy where I'm at. Do not care to move. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hope it helps. Thank you much.